like Bowie and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm the... Sign this deal with a lobster hand.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yard is?
Yeah, and last thing you want is that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Penix.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You look at this Carolina defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
To the air, Penix. That's caught right side. It's Warren.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Black 40. Ready.
They go play action. Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 39 yards there, a big one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Young here, you can see changing the play. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Watch out now. 6. Measure. Here we go. Here we go. Yes.
Now Young. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a 1st down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. A handoff for Warren. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And that's caught inside the 35. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside. Big play there for Carolina. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Black Ultra. Red 38. Flag 2.
Young now. Going right back to Fant. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll throw with Penix. Got his man, it's Warren. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready.
Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Yeah, I believe they ain't even overturned that, man. I couldn't even challenge that play.
2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here we go. Ball red. Red, cycle. Hut.
Off the play fake, Young. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Young to throw it. And he's caught. McMillan with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down.
Down. Hut, hut.
Young quickly to the flat. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
You don't blue. Set, hut.
Young.
Come on, man.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Oh,
The Steelers are
that was on the money, man.
18-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down, but he has the first down on a well-executed double. Pass.
The Steelers first down. A gain of 27 on the play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's one. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10. Throwing again, Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Penix from the gun. That's caught on the right side of Smith. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
17, Panthers 13.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
32. Ready?
Young will set to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Smash, red.
Young off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Red. Cycle. Black. 95. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. Checks this down to Hubbard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
That's good.
Jet, jet.
First down.
52
First
black.
and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have retaken a third-quarter lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now are...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Blaster, stick, ready, ready. 10 block, blue, striker. Cut.
Following the interception, Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Here is Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Here now, second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Right,
It's a
10-7.
second and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Ready.
Now Young. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Down. Set.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 blue. Ready.
Again, it's Young. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. It's not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a second and 10. To the air, Bennett. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Penix going to hold on to it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Take it at the 37. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey,
touchdown, Carolina! Chuba Hubbard, a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
A play fake. Now Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Now Penix going to hold on to it.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30. And the Steelers 1st down.
Here's Penix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Struck 52 blue. Ready.
Now again, it's Hubbard going left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Set punch. 53, drill, 52. Punch.
Looking to throw, Young.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Young.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Carolina! Noah Fant with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
And the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.